Hello and welcome everybody to yet another day for the Battle of Central Europe, the BOCE Season 3. Lots of money on the line here, of course, and all of it is thanks to the sponsors Vinotech, SteelSeries, Hitbox, eBattle, as well as Esports Bets. Even managed to join us, I do believe. But we're here with a two-game series, HellRaisers versus Moscow 5. They did play yesterday already as well, where I think HellRaisers took the victory, yes, 2-0. So Moscow 5, they definitely want to get some revenge. Well, Moscow 5 International did this, the X-Screen Squad. But we're HeflaTV, the English coverage for you for this tournament here. I am Coucher and I am joined by OG Pixelman. How you doing?
Not bad at all, Coucher. Not bad at all. And yeah, as you said, I'm looking forward to this one. Moscow 5, they're a pretty darn strong team. And as you said, the other day, HellRaisers, they took the game 2-0. And always the exciting things with these kind of two-game series is a lot of them do end in 1-1, don't they? So we can kind of expect to see, hopefully, a comeback game. If not two very exciting ones, at the least. And, well, looking at the bans so far, Moscow 5 going with the traditional Death, Prophet, and Razor ban, but HellRaiser's actually banning out IO first. I mean, it's a strong hero, but is it really the one that you need to be worried about the most?
I mean, I guess I haven't seen Moscow 5 International play all that often. I mean, I've seen Screen Squad as well as the real Moscow 5, but the Moscow 5 International, maybe they've adapted a slightly different style, and HellRaisers, I guess they might have been screaming quite often, so they might know just what they like to run. But yeah, otherwise, I agree with you. It's an extremely strong hero, but only in the right hands. So, I'm not too sure. I think I have not seen Screen Squad play the IO. They're more like, or Moscow 5 for that matter. PGG is more like the Ogre Magi type. Screen himself is like the Tusk player. So, I don't know.
I mean, yeah, it is a strong hero, as you said, but it's just like banning out the IO gives a lot of room for a lot of other strong heroes to get through. And it's going to be interesting to see what Moscow 5 decide to take advantage with. And well, they take the Slark. I mean, Slark, it's again not maybe a top tier pick, but it's a hero, funnily enough, that would have been very nice with the IO. But nonetheless, Moscow 5 go ahead and they pick it up first. I mean, I would have thought they would have made more of an opportunity of the fact that they'd had the IO banned out against them and go for something a little bit more basic, but Slark it is.
It's turning to be a little bit weird already to begin with. Although yesterday I saw, for example, quite a lot of games where the Brewmaster and Tidehunter, they weren't banned in the first phase, but they weren't picked up either, so they just got banned in the second phase instead, although they're just extremely strong heroes. Slark, of course, is just slippery as well, although, I mean, first pick material, I'm not entirely sure. And I don't know what they're planning to just partner it up with. I mean, I guess IO Slark would have been decent-ish, but IO, of course, banned, so...
Yeah, I really don't know. I mean, you're picking up Slark first. He's a good hero, but there's a lot of ways you can pick around him. And this has given HellRaisers 5 picks to deal with the Slark. So either Moscow 5 are very confident with their Slark playing capabilities, or they're just idiots. HellRaisers straight off the bat, there we go. They pick up the Doom first and the Skywrath. So they've got two heroes with huge amounts of solo lockdown. Well, you said HellRaisers went 2-0 yesterday. I can kind of see why. I don't know what the plan is here.
Oh, wow. The Doom, of course, man, it's not that popular of a hero, but against Slark, you just shut that hero down completely. It's nothing. There's nothing he can do. Well, I guess your like Essence Shift will still work, but you don't really want to be man-fighting because you won't have the Shadow Dance availability or anything like that. And of course, Skywrath Mage, although the Dark Pact can get rid of the Ancient Seal, but if you don't get to activate the Dark Pact before the Ancient Seal, you're still going to be screwed as well earlier on.
Yeah, and obviously the cast on it, Ancient Seal pretty much being bang on. You have to be banging that Dark Pact anytime you see the Skywrath come into range, but I don't know, it's going to be interesting. Well, I mean, they picked themselves up a Viper, and obviously we can expect to see the Viper go mid and Slark to be the position 1 hero. And obviously picking the Viper, you've got a lot of early game presence, a lot of early game push potential and sustainability when you're trying to tank down these lanes. And Slark a hero, I guess he can offer quite a bit earlier on aggressively, but he does also excel in towards the late game. And, well, whether you're going to kind of get there with HellRaisers trying to do all they can to really disrupt the Slark's game. I mean, it just feels like you're resting a lot on the Slark. I mean, I'd kind of like to see Slark being thrown into the off lane and pick someone a bit more robust and reliable to be in that position 1 for the side of Moscow 5, but I don't think they'll do that. I think they will keep the Slark in the position 1. And bans coming out, Centaur, Naga, Siren, and Enigma. Nothing too surprising, I guess. Well, the Naga ban out from Moscow 5. I guess it would be nice for HellRaisers. Perhaps, you know, they've obviously got some strong players of the Naga. I mean, Enigma ban as well. They've already got Doom on the side of HellRaisers. Would they have really picked up an Enigma?
Well, Enigma wouldn't have been like horrible. Enigma is a decent hero against Slark as well, because even if he is in the Shadow Dance, you still see where he is, so you can still black hole him, wait for the Shadow Dance to end, and then get the kill on him. I've seen it happen before as well. I think it even happened yesterday in a game, so it would work out that way. Although having Enigma and Doombringer might have just been extremely greedy for HellRaisers, but I mean, better safe than sorry in some cases.
I guess, yeah. I mean, if M5 are as good at this Slark as they seem to want to show that they are, then maybe HellRaisers do need to pick up these picks. And as you said, they're not going to be able to do it with the Enigma, who would have been quite nice. And I guess, obviously, with the 2 heroes on the board so far, no one really that was going to do anything to stop the black hole. HellRaisers, another strong hero that's been ignored so far, picking up the Ogre Magi, and they've got that Ogre Magi Scarif Mage combo, and that's such a strong laning support duo. Moscow 5, they go ahead and pick up Vengeful Spirit, another very aggressive support pick that can be very active during the early stages of the games, especially in terms of ganking, as well as pushing the lanes. But again, it just feels like HellRaisers draft's just that little bit stronger so far.
I mean, to be honest, the Ogre and the Vengeful Spirit, they're both extremely popular support heroes at the moment, just because they can boost up your core heroes. One with the Bloodlust, the other with the Vengeance Aura. So they fill similar purposes in some case, but just the Ogre Magi Scarif Mage so far feels like an extremely strong roaming duo. Moscow 5, they can go for like one extra hero to go with the Vengeful as well. It might work out wonderfully. But HellRaisers going for a Puck now, just such an elusive hero, and what do they have so far on Moscow 5 sides? Only a magic missile, and that's a projectile, so you can easily dodge it.
Yeah, absolutely, you can dodge it. Oh, look at that, we've got ourselves a Tusk. But anyway, also Puck is also great against the Slark. You know, you can dart pack the Ancient Seal, but then there's going to be a Waning Rift catching you out. And, well, Moscow 5, the Tusk pick, it's, yeah, well, I mean, what do you make of that? It's something we don't see every day. It is a great ganking hero. It's maybe not the most reliable of supports. He can only offer so much, but maybe that kind of initiation and that kind of protection as well by getting everyone in the snowball momentarily when Puck jumps in. I mean, do you think there's synergy there? Is it going to work out?
Well, you can just maybe try to save somebody who gets doomed as well, or at least delay his death or something like that. Just drag everybody into the snowball. It can have its effects, and Screen Squad, I think they're a team that used to play Tusk the most. So Screen himself, he's very familiar with the hero. I've seen even like Tusk, Visage combinations, just drag in the familiars. So familiars get next to the target, immediate drop down with the stone form and so on and so forth. But at the moment, there's no extra units for him to drag into the snowball to speed up the process.
Well, that's true, yeah. There's not going to be anything like that available. And, ban out on the Troll Warlord, which is, again, is a kind of another odd one. Whoa, they go for the Anti-Mage. I guess a hero that's also pretty good against the Slark. You know, if you're able to find the lockdown and jump in with the Anti-Mage and burn away that mana, you know, suddenly you've got no Dart Pack, no Shadow Dance, and no Pounce. And Slark's a hero that doesn't really have that much of a mana pool to play with until he gets, obviously, the big stat items online, such as the Skadi, if he chooses to do so. But that's going to be a real issue. As soon as Anti-Mage gets the Manta style and you're suddenly finding these, you know, multicast stuns coming out from Ogre Magi and the diffusals coming through with the right clicks from the mana burn, I mean, Slark, again, he's just not looking very hopeful against this draft. And even Viper himself, you know, taking into account this Viper's probably going to be building the mech for the early pushes, I'd imagine, if they're going to run in mid. I mean, it's going to cost him 225 mana to do so, and a few right clicks from the Anti-Mage, and, you know, your mech carrier is suddenly, well, it's just a pretty little aura, and that's about it.
Yeah, they might not even go for a mech. I mean, Viper, like you mentioned, his mana is just kind of horrible, so
it really
Anti-Mage, a few right clicks, but we'll see. In Moscow 5 for them, I think their priority will have to be to try to slow down the Anti-Mage, if not completely shut him down. Maybe even go for an aggressive tri-lane of sorts. They could run like a Vengeful, Tusk, Viper aggressive tri-lane if they wanted to leave Slark just safe lane completely. I think it would be up against the Doombringer, so it should be fine.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, up against the Doom, it shouldn't be too hard of a lane situation, but I mean, it'll be interesting to see how much kind of potential Moscow 5 can use with the early game, and you know, the aggression they do have, and they do have the capabilities of picking off heroes. But at the same time, you know, so do HellRaisers. They've got this ganking duo, the Scarif and Ogre, who almost certainly expect to see make rotations around the lane. I mean, yeah, Anti-Mage does need to be protected during the earlier points, but when, you know, you've only got this Magic Missile and the Tusk Snowball that's going to lock him in place and cancel the cast animation of the Blink, and both, you know, slow-moving projectiles that he can very easily dodge, it's going to be hard for Moscow 5 to really shut that guy down. It's up to kind of what they pick up with this last pick. I just feel like they need more solid lockdown, and they need to pick something that's really going to, you know, destroy the Anti-Mage's game, but I'm not quite sure what it is. They're going to go for Jakiro, so I guess they totally avoid that. They just say, we're going to win this game before Anti-Mage becomes a real issue, and they're just going to go full-on push by the looks of it. And it's going to be either a core Jakiro in the position 1, or they might run him on the offlane.
Well, it's definitely somewhat of a core Jakiro, whether it be in the tri-lane or just the offlane, but we'll see how well it works out. It's definitely not a bad plan to try to end the game before HellRaisers really get their stride, before the Doombringer just gets his Midas and Devour to actually do something for him. But we'll see. We have a straight-off pause, though. As always, I don't know why, but they're probably just checking their servers or whatnot, because we've been having loads of remakes just because somebody's always lagging.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, well, indeed. Yeah. What was it? What was the call? 2 minutes LS. What does LS stand for?
Last stand?
I don't know. No, I don't know. Not got a clue, but I mean, yeah. These two teams. Look at the drafts off the bat. M5 have got to do some creative stuff really to shut down what HR have picked. I mean, lane-wise. I mean, what are we expecting lane-wise from M5? Are they going to just put the Slark in the solo safe, I'd imagine, and then run the Tusk and the Venge up in the aggressive tri-lane with the Jakiro and try and get some aggression on the Anti-Mage? Because, you know, Liquid Fire, it is an issue for these melee carries, and it is going to be able to disrupt some of the Anti-Mage's farm. It's just at the same time he's obviously got 2 strong supports backing him up. And I guess Doom off lane against the Slark as well, he should do fine against the Doom. You know, he shouldn't die until level 6 Doom comes online, but also with the Essence shift, he can be quite an issue for the Doom. With those right clicks, just, you know, stealing all those stats. And mid lane Viper, he's not going to have the best time against Puck. He's not going to be able to kill Puck if Puck's there with the phase dodges and the shifts and the illusory orbs, but he should be able to get a decent amount of farm from the lane. It depends how well Puck's able to keep control of the runes and maintain her mana pool so she can continuously nuke down the creep wave. But I mean, lane-wise, yeah, M5, they've got potential, but it's just potential of a team that with certain heroes that we haven't really seen that often be run in competitive Dota. It's just this Tusk that's kind of thrown it off for me. And the first pick Slark, but I don't know. What are your thoughts, Coucher?
I mean, for Moscow 5, it's really up to them whether they want to go against a tri-lane or not, because I'm pretty sure the HellRaisers are going for the standard laning, Doom off lane, the Puck mid with Skyref, Ogre, and the Anti-Mage safe lane. So Moscow 5, they're most likely anticipating that kind of laning, so it's just a question that, do they think their own tri-lane would be strong enough to compete in an aggressive position? I mean, being on the Radiant aggressive tri-lane is a little bit better because you have access to the side pool as well. So it would definitely be better than if the teams would have swapped the side. So we'll see. Moscow 5, I think they're going aggressive tri-lane, but who knows?
Maybe just dual lanes. It could be. I mean, they could send Venge down bottom with the Slark and just leave the Jakiro with the Tusk, but nah, they are going to do it aggressive.
PGG is all about aggression, man. He doesn't play it safe.
He wants some. He wants some. He's out there. He's got his ward. He's going to go up there and try and disrupt the jungle a little bit. But, oh, hello. Smoke up on the side of HR now with 4 of the heroes. They have sent down the Doom already to the bottom lane, but now there's going to be a clash of 4 heroes up with the 2 here if they decide to go. But I think Jakiro and Tusk will be very safe here. Of course, Tusk with a snowball. If there is some aggression coming out, he'll be able to protect himself and the Jakiro against a little bit of it. And a nice route. Oh, if HR managed to find this route round, something could go very, very bad for the side of M5. And they're going to find exactly that. I mean, look, M5 just sitting here, chilling, waiting for the top rune to spawn. But suddenly, Ogre, Magi, Anti-Mage, Puck, and Scarif come out of nowhere. And PGG's like, guys, get me in your balls. And he's in there. They roll in. The damage coming out, but it's actually goddamn on the Scarif. He's getting low. Is he going to go down first? No, it's actually the Venger goes down. But Scarif will go down in return. But HR, the rest of them, they're here. There's 4 versus 2. They're still ready to go. They're chasing these guys down. There's going to be another stun up on the Ogre Magi. He's going to throw it onto the Jakiro. There we go. The illusory orb comes through, and it's going to shut him down. And Jakiro gets caught out as well. And HR, they come out of that with first blood and a couple of kills against the one picked up on the side of M5. And all in all, that smoke was definitely worth it.
Well, the first blood was really clutch, though, them getting it and not losing it themselves. With Skyref Mage, 0 base armor, definitely not too much as a screen. He's putting some harass onto Puck, but Puck doesn't care that much. So he has one more tango left. And unless the support from Moscow 5 come back straight away into the mid lane, Puck should be fine with getting his bottle and whatnot. But excellent fight, and I think HellRaisers went for the exact same move yesterday against Virtus Pro Polar as well. Just smoking him through that, because these days everybody's checking the runes and just...
No, it's a good idea. It's a really smart move, and especially if the team's not expecting you to make those kind of plays. And as you said, if they'd done it in the past, maybe you would have expected them to have done a little bit of research and realised that would happen. And yeah, I mean, you can capitalise, obviously, on that movement, on that kind of extension into your half of the map, but not when you don't know it's happening. And M5 didn't have a clue at all. And well, we're well into laning stage. Should we introduce the teams, Coucher?
Oh man, of course we should. So, for Moscow 5, the X-Screen squad, Bignum will be playing the Jakira as Ice Path onto Artist. Can they get the kill? Magic Missile, no blink yet on him. Screen, the snowball being formed, the stun comes out, and that's gonna be a kill for them. Just perfect timing window before anti-mage hits level 2.
Oh man, these Tusk balls are just too much for HR to deal with, and it's working. I mean, 2-2, obviously not the best starts to the aggressive tri-lane, as they did give away 2 kills, but you know, they're finding their footing, and killing the anti-mage is just something that you can't just write off. But hey ho, and should we introduce the teams now?
Yes.
I think we've got a little bit of leeway, hopefully, before the next fight kicks off.
So, like I already mentioned, Bignum will be playing the Jakira with PGG on the Vengeful, leaving Screen himself on the Tusk, as Necroman is on the mid lane Viper, and the last one will be ZXC on the safe lane Slark.
Okie dokie dokie. And over on the side of HL, we're going to have Gorek on that off lane too. Mid lane's going to be Afodinj on the Puck, and up on the top lane in the tri-lane safe lane, we're going to have Artest on the anti-mage, and he's going to be supported by Dread on that Ogre, and Goddamn on the Skyraf. And well.
I'm going to have to correct you before the chat does
have I pronounced something wrong? Sorry, chat, what have I done wrong?
Oh, Ice Path top lane, wait for it. Artist this time around has to blink, but they're going for Goddamn. They don't care about the other kills. Can they even get it though? The concussive shot is enough, and Screen now he's in some trouble. Artist, not quite enough damage because, well, no mana means no mana break, but they get the kill in the end anyway. PGG though snipes down the Skyraf mage as well. Artist gonna heal himself up, so support for support, nothing bad. But the Doombringer, it's Goretz. Yesterday, both Mike and I think Grindis as well.
Okay.
Yeah, both Mike and Grindis I think yesterday got corrected on 2 different streams. It's fun times, man.
Okay, sorry chat. Fine, sorry to play. I'll remember that, Goretz. Did I get everyone else right? Afodinj. I mean, you can't
yeah, I think so at least.
Yeah. Well, we'll know. We'll know in a minute when Twitch chat goes, that's not how you pronounce his name. Oh, Jesus. Not Twitch. Hitbox. Sorry, sponsors. Please don't kick us. But mid lane, how's the last hitting going? How's this Puck against Viper going? Viper coming out on top of the last hits. I guess that's expected. Puck not having the best of times in this lane. But man, how are the 2 solo laners doing well? ZXC doing a lot of damage to Goretz. And but the Doom 10 for 2 and Slark 10 for 5, so slightly ahead for... Oh, hello, top lane. What's going on, Coucher?
Oh, Bignum, he's gonna take a fall. Dread drops pretty low as well, might lose his life, but PG, well, he's gonna have enough as Screen. They're going for Artist next, who has a blink there, should be able to just escape if need be. Although, he wants to turn around for as much as he can, finally has to back off. Maybe a healing cell will be brought out to him. Goddamn, now, doesn't have any. So, everybody's just out of mana. I mean, the mana break, although it's only level 1, it's still just so annoying because Vengeful Spirit, your mana pool isn't all that great. Same for the Tusk. Bignum though, another Ice Path onto Goddamn, but the concussive shot, the Fire Blast as well. Artist blinks in aggressively, but there's the Snowball. Magic Stickman for the win, Goddamn. Oh, gonna get hit as well, and another kill possibly. Yes, Goddamn. He's gonna lose his life as well, and that's a wipe off the tri-lane now.
That pretty impressive play, and we're really seeing the power of the Tusk. I mean, he's kind of, hey, come and get me, I'm low. And then, as you said, he pops the stick, he gets everyone inside the ball, and suddenly Anti-Mage is blinked in and like, uh-oh, what do I do now? And then a snowball hits him in the face, and 3 heroes come bursting out and smack him a few times, and the Anti-Mage is down. You know, he can't blink back out. He's already used it to initiate. And I mean, but Anti-Mage needs to be a little bit more careful with that. I think he's fallen for that trick a couple of times now, and he needs to be very aware that any time the Tusk is there, don't blink into it, because he's just going to get chain stunned up by the Jakira, by the Tusk, and by the Venge, and there's not going to be any way that he's going to be able to escape from that kind of aggression.
Oh man, Goretz actually did quite a lot of damage to ZXC right now. Slark still not level 6. Of course the same applies to the Doombringer himself as well. But once they get level 6, Slark has to be pretty damn careful about not getting harassed down to half HP. He's gonna have to like drop down to 70% and then go back to the fog and regen up with the ultimate. Just because otherwise the Doom is so scary, although Doombringer has himself the War Stomp at the moment. He cannot use War Stomp, Scorched Earth as well as his ultimate together just because his mana pool sucks.
That's true, yeah. He's going to have an issue if he wants to try and combo it out. But I guess the Stomp's nice for the moment being, you know, if ZXC gets a little bit too hungry and gets, obviously he's got to be close getting those right clicks in. Goretz should have a means of escaping, as you said, popping that. And then obviously
top lane again, Dread takes the fall, but there's the Dream Coil, lands onto free hero screen. He breaks it immediately. Bignum, he's on the run at PG. I don't think he can escape this, maybe. Well, he's gonna get chased down eventually. Yeah, Blink from Artis as well. Tries to body block, fails, but PGG, nowhere to run. So,
not a lot he could do there.
I mean, Puck just carrying a TP is so crucial. Once you get to level 6, you can punish diving or just any team fight so hard.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, yeah, absolutely. That's the key thing as a Puck player. You need to be able to get yourself into lane as soon as something comes out. And something is almost certainly going to come out each time from M5 when they're running this lane aggressively. You are going to get these very close engagements to the tower. And yeah, that Dream Coil, pretty huge. And but it's still 9-6. You know, Moscow 5 with the definite lead. I mean, how's Anti-Mage doing? He's been involved in quite a few kills, hasn't he? But he has died a couple of times himself. Yeah, he's actually been involved in all of these 6 engagements that HR have come out on top of. So every single one. And he's sitting on 1k gold. I mean, what do you think he goes for as his first? Oh, hang on. Snowball's coming in. They've spotted out the Scarif Mage. They're ready to dive the tower. It's unlikely that Puck's going to come in for this one. And goddamn, getting very low. He does go down. Stun from Tread comes out. The Tuth, they're chasing him down. Artes actually blinks. Sitting hello. Needs to be careful. He's blinked into this one. There's a magic missile available in 1 second. And they're going to be able to throw it. Surely if they just get the vision. They're looking for the vision in the jungle, but he's got blink again. He does eventually get out. And now the TP get back from Scarif. He's ready for round 2. And Anti-Mage, he's still hanging around for this. He might jump back into this salvage being popped by Bignum. He does get a nice pop out, but he's now totally out of mana. Scarif throwing a few nukes out to both of the ways of the Chikiro and the Vengeful Spirit. They do bring down the Ogre Magi. Now Tusk, he's hiding in the jungle, but he has got a snowball. Scarif does get caught out. He goes down. Now Goretz is here, and he comes in with the Doom, and he does Doom up the Chikiro, and he's controlling Venge and Chikiro Was. Tusk, he's having it on with the Anti-Mage. Puck finally arrives to the fight, brings down the Tusk, and now they're just trying to clear up HR. They find themselves the Vengeful Spirit. Chikiro, he's still in there tanking up the Doom. He's got a little bit of mana. He's got 6 stick charges. He pops them, but with the vision from Illusory Orb, and then the right clicks coming through from the Doom and the Anti-Mage, not a lot you can do. But again, these big trades happening. 3 heroes going down on the side of M5 and 2 on the side of HR. But a lot of heroes and a lot of time committed from HR to protect against that little engagement. When all at the same time, you know, you got this Slark and this Viper having a great time in their lanes.
I think it's a pretty good trade-off for Moscow 5. Of course, Anti-Mage did end up surviving through all of it. And Puck coming in there, he's up to 1.9k gold, which means only 350 more to get that Blink Dagger. It is gonna be a pretty huge pickup. But man, 2 heroes getting free farm, that's gonna be mech finished on Viper soon enough now, only 200 gold away. Slark will have his Blink Dagger in 2000 if he wants to go for that, just power Tres Aquila first. But Slark is level 8. Even before the Doombringer left, he was doubling Doombringer's last hit, so the free time is gonna help him even more. But look at this Anti-Mage, has picked up a Vitality booster. Oh god.
Oh man.
I think this is a game that if Anti-Mage does not get the Battle Fury and doesn't go for the proper farming build, he might be screwed. Of course, I understand you wanting to go defensive, but it's just gonna hinder your farm ridiculously much.
He obviously realizes that M5 are wanting to fight.
And another snowball. On to Dread, this time around they go, but the silence is there. They are ready for this, more or less. PGG gonna get stunned up. He already used all of his skills. Nice Ice Buff with the Macro Pyre as well. Oh god, goddamn. He's gonna have to escape. Goretz drops so damn low. Not enough mana for the Scorched Earth. Are you kidding me, screen? We'll have the Ice Shards and the Snowball, and it's gonna be a kill on Goretz for sure. He's trapped in. Now one more right click, Bignum. Even dual breaths him down. And the tower is pretty low as well. Necroman gonna join the first fight. No, there's the Viper Strike. Half an inch. Just gonna... Oh, never mind. He joined it out, but the Snowball just ends before it lands on Puck. And there's the Dream Coil. Dread comes back in as well. Ice Path, not gonna connect on anything, but level 1 Dream Coil isn't that scary to break. So they just back off. They got the tier 1. They got the next end fight. And man, this game is just all kinds of crazy.
Yeah, I mean, again, some really nice aggression from M5, and they can afford to do that now. Because as you said, Viper's picked up the mech relatively quickly. And didn't even need to pop it in that engagement. And as you said, level 1 Dream Coil, it's annoying, but if you got the tank ability, you can literally just run the hell straight out of it, just tank the stun, just get out of it as quickly as you can, because it's just more of a mental issue rather than an actual huge damage nuke that's going to get you killed. And the stun isn't too much to worry about. And bottom lane, Artes hiding in the jungle. Avenge knows he's here, PGG. He knows something's up, he can smell it. He can smell it. One wave of terror and a stun will be enough. He's going to throw it into the trees. Nah, I think he thinks the Anti-Mage has gone. Oh, he's still hanging about. Artes, he might even make a go on this. I mean, he has got Mana Void. Nah, he's going to blink out. and play it safe.
We just saw what you mentioned in the draft as well, that Slark getting completely mana drained. He pounced onto the anti-mage, and if he had been able to activate Dark Pact, I think it might have even been enough, because Dark Pact is maxed out already. But he didn't activate it immediately after the pounce, and that's why the mana break brought him too low. I mean, it's only 40 mana for Dark Pact, so it's a pretty cost-efficient spell, to be honest. Oh, Bignum, he's gonna use... He has a use already. Puck, Ice Path is there as well. They need some more stuns. Snowball will not hit one, so he escapes. Nice jaunt out. But Bignum having such an early Yule Scepter, it just gives so much independence to a Jakiro.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was unfortunate that they couldn't get the kill onto Puck. It's one of those things with the Jakiro's build that he's gone for that you kind of sacrifice. Obviously, just having the 1 point in Ice Path, maxing out Liquid Fire. Obviously, got the best amount of damage dealing and pressure-wise for pushing down the towers, but you're not going to have long enough lockdown to allow Tusk to really come in range with those long snowball initiations. And as we see, Ice Path, just the stun's too small, and Alpha Ninja's going to be able to get out again. And at the same time, Ogre trying to stem the aggression. The side of M5 will get the tower. Now they're going to punish the Ogre as 4 heroes rain down on him. In fact, they go for the snowball. They're not done. They go for Alpha Ninja, who just managed to jaunt out. He does blink away, but this tier 2 is going to look in a bit of a rocky position. And meanwhile, well, we've got Slark finding a little bit of farm mid, and he is on 1,500 gold at the moment. So he's very, very close to that Blink Dagger, as you mentioned now, that he could be thinking of picking up. And I think you're right, you know, getting that kind of initiation and also that kind of escape. You know, if Anti-Mage blinks on you, you need a way to get out of there quickly on top of the pounce, and a Blink Dagger's going to do it, you know, if you're quick with the reactions.
It's just Moscow 5 at the moment. They're doing exactly what their lineup was designed to do. Just go for early aggression, make it so that HellRaisers can't farm up, they can't get their core items going. Doombringer does have the Hand of Midas finished at least, so he's going to be able to get some items eventually. But oh, there's the Fire Blast onto PGG, Blink Silence as well. Nice Ice Shards come through, but there's the Dream Coil. Doom onto a Tusk, but they just want to ensure the kill at the moment, and Dooming anybody get... Oh, beautiful 3-man Ice Path. Skyrock Mage runs into it as well. Too bad it's only level 2. But Tusk is actually gonna make it out from here. ZXC not even gonna get stunned by Dread. Does Bignum really want to turn it around? Oh yes he does. Ice Path, Macropyre as well. I would expect Pounce to follow, and wow, such an easy kill.
Really nicely turned around there by M5, and yeah, not a lot the Ogre could do. He went out a little bit too far. And yeah, as you said, this early Yule's pickup on Bignum really doing work. It's making it very hard for some of the heroes in HR to survive these little engagements. And talking about surviving things, I don't think they're going to be able to do anything about keeping this tier 2 on the map, as the pressure's going to come in, and HR, they've all kind of backed up, healing up and defending other lanes, and this is going to mean a tier 2 down. And well, now the tier 1 still standing in the mid lane, but surely not for long, as well, M5, they turn their attentions to the middle, and HR going to be there with the defense this time by the looks of it, but I don't know what they can really do to stop this kind of aggression at this point in the game with the picks that they're playing with.
It's not going to get any easier either with the Slark, with the Blink just jumping in everywhere. Necroman, he's so damn tanky. We did discuss about his mana issues or potential mana issues when Anti-Mage comes next to him with the mana breaks, but this Anti-Mage is, well, he can't join fights because he has a Vanguard, but he may survive, yet he's not going to deal enough damage anyway, so he's probably just going to be more of a nuisance than anything else. So, does the Anti-Mage keep on farming, or your farm isn't going to be fast without the Battle Fury, so... What do they do? It's just... I mean,
I think that's the thing. I really don't understand the Vanguard, because, I mean, yeah, you get the Vanguard because you realize they're being aggressive. You want to be able to survive these early engagements. But, I mean, you're not going to survive them. You're just going to stay alive a little bit longer. And Anti-Mage, he just needs to not be in these fights and trying to find farm. But meanwhile, Slark goes in onto the Ogre. There's going to be an Ice Path as well. Shadow Dancer and ZXC to make sure the Fire Blast doesn't come through from the Ogre Magi. Well, with one of the heroes down and the tier 2 down in the mid lane as well, is looking very, very rocky for HR. And, well, Artez, he's trying to farm, but as you said, a Battle Fury would have been so much more beneficial and would have allowed him to just make such a large increase to his GPM at this stage of the game, and allowed him to get these bigger items online, maybe even just pick up an early BKB, which defensively and aggressively would have just helped much more than just this Vanguard build that he has gone for. And, you know, this is all it's going to be for Artez at the moment, just juking around the map, blinking away each time that he even sniffs one of the heroes on M5, and I don't know if it's going to be enough to keep HR in the game for very long.
The same theory applies to like a game-losing BKB, pretty much. Sometimes you just need damage output or the ability to farm to have a comeback mechanic, which at the moment they really don't. Maybe they're really putting all their eggs into just the Doombringer, dooming up the Slark and making him useless. But they've lost every single outer tower. It's only 15 minutes in, and look at Moscow 5. They don't show any signs of backing off. They just want to go for tier 3 straight away.
No, I mean, there's no reason for them to back off because it's working so far. I mean, look at Jakiro. He's pretty much got the pipe finished. And well, having that 15 minutes in on top of the mech, that's a lot of rubbish that HR don't want to deal with. Because it's going to be so hard to take down these heroes, especially, with the pipes, active, Skyrath Mage, Puck. I mean, even the Doom, protecting the hero from some of the magical damage coming out from him. It's going to be huge. Artes should be able to blink out of this one. Well, okay, I say he should be able to, but it looks like he wasn't awake. Stun out onto the Venge. They're trying to turn it around. Mystic Flare come down, doing a lot of damage. The stick's going to be popped, keeping the Venge alive momentarily. Doom is out onto Viper, so he can't use the mech. He can't help his team. So Venge will go down at the end of this engagement. And now they're still chasing. Dream Coil onto the Viper, who is obviously still doomed up. Artes trying to get the right clicks in, but nice Wars Punch coming in from the Tusk. Throws him up. It's not going to be enough, though. Anti-Mage is still alive and does manage to blink out this engagement. Now Big Num getting very low. He's going to use himself up. At the same time, Snowball is popped. At the same time, Slark jumps onto the Skyrath. The Snowball is going to go for Alpha Ninja, but Alpha Ninja just on the high ground, unable to get the stun off, and now ZXC's trying to chase him down. Doom, he's thinking about backing off, and so's the Puck. They've had enough of this fight. Dread was lucky enough to find himself an Invisor, and he's actually going to try and turn this round onto the Tusk. He's going to use the stun, but blinking from the Slark. Dark Pack off the Waning Rift silence. Dread should pay for this one. Oh, not because his whole team's there. No, he will go down eventually. ZXC trying to get out now. Yours onto the Doom to ensure that he can't chase down ZXC. Blink from the Anti-Mage, but he gets stunned up straight away by the Magic Missile. It doesn't matter, though, because Puck is going to be able to finish off the Slark, and now Anti-Mage and Doom, they're going to retreat, and well, Halfway Ninja picking himself on a double kill, getting him on a mega kill streak. And a pretty darn messy fight, that. And you've got to say one that's probably beneficial for HR, especially seeing as the fact they did keep the Anti-Mage alive in that one.
I think the HR only lost the Skyrath Mage as well as the Ogre by the end of it, so definitely in their favor. And they pretty much found the perfect time to fight as well, as Moscow 5 was backing off. So they got 2 kills with them backing off, and Tusk, he did come in. I think he tried to snowball and save the Viper for the extra couple of seconds for the Doom to end and for him to get the mech. Oh, Alpha Ninja. PGG, can he get the stuns? Ice Shards come out. His Nether Swap was on cooldown, so Puck makes it out, but he got silenced by Puck blinking in and Waning Rifting, so he couldn't snowball either. If they had saved the Viper for the extra seconds, the mech had come out. Might have seen a different outcome, but nice fight for HellRaisers, although they need way more where that came from.
Yeah, I mean, it was a really smart move there from the Doom, going for the Viper, because the mech's pretty huge 17 minutes in. And if you don't have to deal with that, you are going to be able to find some of these pickoffs. And, well, M5, they're going to go for Roshan now. And I think they're going to be okay. I mean, we see Anti-Mage, he's all the way on the top. They has got a TP, but I don't think they know about this. They have got this Observer Ward that is just about to tick out the side of HR, so they would have seen this, but I guess they're just realizing they can't take this fight, and they're just in a better position really to just kind of push these lanes out. I mean, Anti-Mage is getting a lot of pressure onto the top tier 1. He might be able to take that one down with his creep wave, and bottom lane, Doom, Gorich is getting closer and closer to the tier 1 there, but, well, with the Aegis now picked up and going the way of the Jakiro, in fact. They're ready to fight the side of M5. They're going to catch out Dread here, jumping in and stunning him up with the Ice Path, and the right clicks come through from the Slark. He's going to pick that one up. They are going to lose the top tower, but then again, that's one tier 1, and who really cares about that when you've already taken the other team's entirety of tier 1s and tier 2s?
I do have to say, looking at the graphs, that one fight was pretty huge. XP-wise, HellRaisers, they're actually ahead at the moment.
Oh, wow, okay.
I mean, gold net worth still 5k for Moscow 5, but that's pretty much all the towers. Artist is trying to split push, but man, Vanguard, Ring of Aquila, Anti-Mage, not all that scary to be honest. And Moscow 5, although they lost the fight, if they actually stay together as 5, they should be able to win easily, especially with picking up having the Aegis as well. And I think the pipe is flying out. Oh, yes it is. So they're gonna have so much survivability. Even if you doom up one and there's no mech, there's gonna be a pipe, or the other way around. Yeah,
exactly. You've now got a conundrum where you can't only shut down one of these huge team fight capabilities, and I mean, well, they're going to need to fight this H, and they're going to need to defend. Alpha Ninja goes in with the blink, with the Waning Rift, catches out 3, and it's going to be slow and damage going on to Big Num. They are going to catch out Alpha Ninja, then they're bursting him straight down. Now Gorach, he's got in, but he gets Wars punched up, gets bursted down immediately, and well, there's just no damage happening to the side of M5. They're having a great time. They're bringing down the Skyrath as well. Doom is going to force himself to buy back and tries to get in the fight, but not quite sure what he's going to be able to do. Does still have the ultimate, but at the same time, you've got 5 angry heroes pounding down at your racks. There's going to be a fortification. There's also going to be a pause from the side of M5 on the Tuscan. There's going to be a quick DC from Viper, who actually, where's the Viper? Oh, he's at the back of the fight. He is there with the push, but this is not looking good for HR.
Oh, it's most certainly not. And the thing is that the Doombringer, he blinked in, he wanted to doom up, I think it was the Slark, but the snowball which went onto the Puck passed the Doombringer just as he blinked in, so the mini-stun was there and Doombringer just couldn't do anything after that. That was really the most unfortunate blink in, I think, of this game at least. But although even if they had gotten a Doom on Slark, I mean, so what? The Doombringer still would have died just as fast probably.
It's a tough one, but yeah, Doom. He's having an okay game. I mean, in terms of Midas and farm, you know, he's working towards that BKB and has got the blink, of course, initiation that we've seen him being used. But it's just the M5, as you said earlier, they're really kind of playing their draft to its limits and pushing their heroes' capabilities to the max. And it's just seeming to be a little bit too much for HR to deal with. And it does just seem they're kind of relying on this anti-mage. Has got a Yasha now on top of complete Aquila, on top of the Vanguard, but it just doesn't seem enough when you kind of look at the big items for this stage of the game that M5 have on their persons, and it's I don't know. This is going to be mid-Raxgon almost certainly, and well, with all the tier 2s down, M5 could just look to pressure another lane. You know, Jakira has got this Aegis, they've got this sustainability. It's, I don't know, I mean, do you see M5 backing off after this one, or do you think they'll just continue to put on the aggression?
Well, they're going to have to back off in a sense that they're going to have to push out the other lanes. Most likely at least one hero will just stop the tier 3 push from the creeps. But I think they're going to be able to push another, or at least attempt another high ground push with the Aegis still intact, because I think it's going to be there for another 3.5 minutes. Should be enough to just push one lane out, really. I don't think they have any big items that they should wait for. I mean, S and Y finished on Slark. The Pipe and Mech have already been finished for some time. So there's really nothing to wait for another push, really.
That's true. That's true. It's I don't know. And this blooming do we know why we've got this pause? This pause has just come out without any excuse from either teams.
There is a DC, so.
Well, yeah, that's not an excuse. I don't wait for DCs in pub games. They shouldn't wait for them in competitive.
I always wait for DCs.
I guess that's
for a reasonable amount of time at least.
I'm a nice guy. If you find me in, yeah, that's the thing. You got to be nice, because half the time, you know, if your team has a DC, their team has a DC, and you're like, well, screw this, we're going to play on. Chances are that Karma's going to hit you, and 5 minutes into the game, you're going to have internet issues, and then they're not going to wait for you. So it pays off being nice, because otherwise you kind of just end up screwing yourself over half the time.
It happens way too often in pubs, man. It happens way too often that your team or somebody on your team just unpauses, and then he or somebody else on your team gets disconnected, and the other team's like, oh, you didn't pause.
It's true. It's true. It happens. It does happen indeed.
Nobody wants to be the bigger man.
They don't. They don't. They don't indeed.
The internet is full of dicks, man.
It is. It is. We're talking about you guys on the
Except our chat, of course. The chat is the best.
Oh, we like the chat. Okay, chat, we like you.
Chat.
You're okay.
We also agreed with Mike Loris that the chat never lies. And the only time they tell lies, they have a kappa behind it. So believe everything you see in chat, except for the things that have kappa behind it. Okay. Although the hitbox kappa looks like sushi or something.
Is it? I think that's what it is, isn't it? Sushi. I mean, I don't really get the thought process behind that, but hey, if they want to roll with sushi,
I'm no sushi expert, but I still think there's no actual sushi called kappa. There's like different types of sushi that.
Well, let's do a bit of research. Kappa sushi. Let's see what comes up. Oh, here we go. There's a Kappa restaurant in Earl's Court in London.
Kappa means river child in Japanese, or folklore. It's a river child.
Oh, okay, well, there we go. There's some kind of meaning behind it. It's got a link with the sushi, I guess, but it's not as satisfying as saying something stupid and then putting
that
silly face.
I literally make that face myself as well sometimes, or close enough to it at least.
Yeah.
It's so satisfying at times.
Oh,
but
I make that face
game's unpaused. Yeah, racks are going down.
Oh yeah, racks gone down. They're going. There we go.
Well, you can see the anti-mage. He got the tier 2 on the top lane, and now he didn't even come to fight, try to defend the racks or anything, just straight to the bottom lane he goes. And well, look at the drawing. Screen is like, screw these guys, another set of racks, they're waiting for us.
Indeed, they're pretty chill at the moment. They know that they're pretty safe for the time being, especially with the anti-mages build. There's not going to be any kind of time soon that is going to tick over and then HR are going to be like, well, we've suddenly got the big items online. You know, it's going to take a few, at least 10 minutes, I feel, before HR can totally dominate these team fights coming out from M5. And as you said, they need to be careful about these little bits of split pushing coming out from the sides. I mean, Artes, he's doing what he can to try and find this farm in the lanes and pushing out these creeps, but ZXC with the Slark is there. He's finished off his Sanj and Yasha. Interesting bit, I personally might have liked to see something like the Orchid come online, just to find these pickups a little bit easier on the Puck and the anti-mage with that silence, but I guess obviously he's gone for the Sanjin Yasha. It's an okay item, and it really fits with the the team fights that M5 have been having at this stage of the game. You know, having the Sanjin Yasha online, it's a pretty big item 20 minutes in. Obviously, it falls off compared to a lot of other late game builds, but for the Slark, it's doing what it needs to. There's going to be this rotation now coming out from HR. They smoke up. They have got all 5 of them. Doom is the only one visible if he goes into the lanes. So maybe they're going to look to try and bait out the aggression from M5 and then jump on it. Artis is going to reveal himself, blink in from the puck. Illusory Orb as well. He's going to try and chase these guys down. There he is. Yeah, he pops the Dream Coil onto PGG and Big Man. But at the same time, there's going to be a snowball in with the Viper and the Tusken. There's going to be a Viper strike down onto the Doom. They have already lost the Scarif Mage. Doom is going to get thrown down onto the Viper. But at the same time, Slark, he's cleaning up. And hello, what's going on back there? Well, a Big Man of Void comes through. It's only going to pick off the Venge though. An Anti-Mage now trapped up. ZXC and Jack Hero trying to find him. But at the same time, this fight going up over here as well. Viper and the Tusk, they clear off the Ogre Magi. Now they're heading back to try and help deal with the Anti-Mage, who does blink into the trees and will TP out. But at the end of the day, well, Anti-Mage just lost the entirety of his team. And also potentially the Rax as well. Of course, there's going to be no buyback available for the Doom. There's going to be the Scarif up, and well, Ogre and the Puck do have buyback available, but they will be back anyway in 10 seconds. But there's going to be a quick and a hard push coming out now from M5.
Okay, so chat said that Kappa is a famous sushi chain in Japan, so man, chat knows everything. I told you, they never lie as well. But that fight, they just got split up, but dooming a Viper is not the most just reliable thing to do. And there's the Ice Buff onto Dread with the Eul Scepter to start things up. Afoninj, he blinked into the Ice Buff as well. Snowball gets dodged by the phase shift. Still might go down. His own Eul Scepter saves him for the time being. No polar punches yet. At least not to the puck cut. I'm gonna get polar punched up. Screen gonna lose his life. Maybe Mystic Flare brought him down low. Artis finishes it up. But in the meantime, Rexes are going down. And Moscow 5, mission accomplished. Objectives accomplished. And oh, a nice Dream Coil from Afoninj. They need to get those kills. So damn bad core. It's beautiful Warstorm. Catches free as well. The Mana Void, I think, get cleaved 3 heroes as well, so can they follow up any further? PGG, he already fought back before. Ice Path completely whiffs from the Jakiro, but Artis in the meantime, ZXC, he is so low on mana, no magic one, no nothing. He's gonna go down, killing spree ended of the Slark. Now blink forward for PGG. Orb of Venom, no, never mind, Quartz doesn't even have it, Necroman TP's out. PGG doesn't even carry a TP because he's a man, he just runs. Can they escape with the others?
You're going to chase down. Jakiro's going to use himself up, but PGG does get closed in by the 3 heroes. It's going to be a nice ice path. As a wave of terror, it's not going to be enough to bring Artes down. He is ticking down. Oh, the Owner's Shadow is actually on him as well. Is that going to bring him down? He's just going to be able to survive. Venge, of course, does not. And now it's, well, Jakiro. He's going to be able to escape this one. But Venge does throw her life away. But at the end of the day, not the best team fight for M5, but they've taken a second lane of Rax. I'm sure they'll be pretty chuffed with that.
I mean, I thought HellRaisers, they're probably going to take anything they can, but that anything is most likely not going to be enough. At least Artis, well, almost has the Manta Style finished in the Anti-Mage. With the Manta Style, you drain somebody to dry off mana so damn fast, to be honest. And whoa, look at this Jakiro. He's going for an Aghanim Scepter as well. Not going to be finished quite yet. Screen though in the meantime. Did go for a Vladimir's offering. Going to get some extra armor, extra base damage, faster pushing. Roshan not up for at least another minute and 50 seconds or so. But Necroman has his own Aghanims as well on the Viper. And they just won't stop. They're going to keep on going. They want to give HellRaisers no chance at all to just come back.
Indeed. Yeah, I mean, they do need to be careful with this game. They do need to hurry up and kind of, you know, at least take the mega creeps. But at the same time, it doesn't feel like the pressure's on themselves, on M5 too much, because they're really controlling HR at the moment. I mean, yeah, they're throwing away a couple of bad fights, but at the same time, they're just able to come back time and time again and just reapply these pushes. And that's going to be exactly what they do as they start to hit down now on the 3rd set. Well, the 3rd lane with the tier 3 going down very, very quickly. They're going to try and initiate onto the Doom. There's going to be a silence onto the Viper. Just going to mech out. Snowball from Tusk, keeping them alive, saving them from some of the damage. Polar Punch onto the Puck, who does manage to keep himself alive momentarily. And Doom is going to already go down in this fight. Dread, he's taking a lot of damage from the 3 heroes. Here, Icepod's going to catch him out. ZXC coming through with the right clicks as well. And he's going to go down the Ogre. Now Scarif caught on the back of these fights. He's going to go down as well. Good game. Well played. He's going to get caught by Afoninj. And they're going to go for a celebratory Snowball to catch Artes just as the Ancient explodes. But, well, there we have it. I mean, the Tusk pick, you can't argue with it. Pretty effective.
Oh man, it's really well played all in all. This last fight as well, Jakiro, he made that fight. Just as Doombringer blinked in, he used him up, Ice Path to follow, and they brought Doom down before he got his ultimate off. It was an Aghanim Scepter buffed ultimate now as well, so it would have disabled the passives and everything else, but well, not to be. So Moscow 5, extremely impressive performance with the lineup that they had. Hopefully, they can just go for such a crazy strat in game number 2 as well and give us another great game, just action-packed. But in any case, guys, this was only game number 1 in a 2-game series, so don't fret. HellRaisers also have a chance to come back, tie it up, so your bets might not be in vain completely. But we're gonna head into game number 2 now. If you liked us, you can always follow us as well. It's Twitter and Facebook.com/HeflaTV to know when we're going live, because we're on multiple platforms, so easiest is to follow us on our social media. For the casters, it's @Coucher for me everywhere, @ODPixel for my co-caster, and see you in game 2.